Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the DC Collectibles New Batman Adventures Batman figure. So, I know it's been a while, but hello, and Todd has just picked up this figure. It came out, it's supposed to come out tomorrow, but we get our figures from a mock time, and so they usually get them on Tuesdays, but the Tuesdays before Wednesdays, the new figures come out on Wednesdays. So we picked him up today, and he is so cool, and I wanted to get this review up right away and let people know how cool this figure looks and all the cool stuff he comes with. So I'm just gonna get right into it. The package I'll do quickly, but it's actually quite a bit smaller than the typical DC Collectibles packages we've gotten used to. Let me just grab one. For example, here's one of the typical boxes that we've been getting. You can see, sort of, that, pull back a little bit, box is quite a bit taller and quite a bit, like, wider. So, upcoming figure review right there. And obviously this one is a card-backed package, whereas the other ones are boxes. So this is more similar to the Capullo series figures, but it's a smaller package overall. And as you can see, it's a totally different look. Well, it's got this on the side still. It's got this flat edge with the name of the character here. But otherwise, it's kind of a new look. It's got, you know, the typeface is all styled like the show. You got your warnings up front. And then on the back, the card back is very simple. The silhouetted image of Batman, Nightwing, and Robin. And it's the same on the back. Well, it's not the same, but it's reversed. The colors are reversed. So you have the same image on the back of Batman, Robin, and Nightwing. Now, I didn't think this was the first wave of figures coming out, so I'm not sure why they decided to just go with this kind of generic look. I mean, obviously, these are kind of like the highlight characters of the series, but usually DC Collectibles packages have, like, which characters are coming in the waves and stuff, and this doesn't at all, and the artwork doesn't reflect who's coming in the wave either, so it's a little bit weird. No onion babies, of course, so watch out for that. You have a number 1 for the first figure in the wave, and this has been sculpted by Irene Matar. So that's your packaging, and inside you have 2 layers of plastic. One to hold Batman himself, which you saw, and then the other layer holds all of the really cool accessories that he comes with, which is, oh, falling out. He has an alternate cape, a stand, I think 3 sets of hands, a batarang, and a grapnel. I don't know, Todd told me what this is, but I forgot. So, off the bat, I just want to look at the capes. I know I'm going to kind of go a little crazy here, but I just want to look at the capes first, and to change the capes out, you have to pop his head off. And out of the package, his head is really tight. So I boiled a cup of water before my review, and I'm hoping that it stays warm until I swap out the capes, because I do want to swap them out. So the 2 capes, the one he's wearing is one that's, you know, sort of swept over his shoulder, so that you have better range of motion in the shoulders. However, the shoulders don't really go up that far to begin with. I mean, if you turn them this way, but the rubber on both capes is really soft, so I feel like you might get decent range of motion with this one too, but, so yeah, so this one is swept to the side, as you can see. It's sweeping that way. It's free around the shoulder, it's more curved, and then in the back you can see there the drastic, like, swoop to the side, sorry about that, and then you've got your scallops on the bottom. So then this one you can see it's going to have the over-the-shoulder look, and it's just straight down the back. So I'm going to try to swap out the cape right now. So as you can see, like, his head is just, it doesn't want to come off, so if you'll just give me a moment, let's see if this works. It's still hot. if you'd like to watch, I suppose I can bring this over to the camera. And if anybody's never done this, I prefer to boil water. I find it's the easiest method. I don't like using a hairdryer like some people do. I just do a little cup, boil it up in the microwave, and then I, you know, drown Batman for a few minutes. And then, paper towel here. Let's see if this guy pops off better now. And I think it's coming off. Man, this is just one tight head. I'm just afraid, I just don't want to break it. Oh, I see. So this head is, the ball joint is inside of the head. That's why it's a little tougher. So then you can see the cape just pops right off. And you've got a naked Batman. Not naked, but you know what I mean. No cape. And Batman just looks naked without his cape. So then you slide this one over. Now this one he's got to have little flat shoulders for. And pop that on. And pop this back in. Now, if you find that you do this and you can't get the head back on, like so, you just pop it back, pop the side with the joint. I'm sorry, the side that's receiving the joint. So in this case, I would dunk his neck back into the hot water, and it should loosen up again. So there we go. No harm done. Take that out of there. And I probably shouldn't have done that without doing the articulation first. But I really like the look of this cape, and I didn't want the water to get cold, so sorry about that, guys. But, I mean, you saw the gist of the shoulders, and I'll do what I can after this, but yeah, so it's pretty loose. We'll see. But I do really love the look of this with over the shoulders like this, and so it might be a little restrictive, but it depends on how you want to pose them. And it's super nice that they decided to give both capes, you know? I mean, who else would give that option? So, okay, so let's get into this review now. Shuffling things around, sorry about that. I'm going to take everything out of the plastic, and that'll make it easier, sorry about that. Now, as I'm doing this, I will show you kind of the overall look of the figure, but I do have to say off the bat that these figures, this series, the animated series figures, pretty much 100% need these stands to stand on. I mean, you could go with maybe 99% if you want, but if you want them to be really stable on your shelves, you can see the way that they're designed, that you can just assume that this is how it's going to be. They're obviously very stylistic, you know, they look like the show. Very wide up top, skinny down on the bottom. This kind of animation style carried through so many DC animated you know, films, shows, etc. It's not just the Batman show, but I mean, you can see he's standing right now. But you're not going to be able to stand him, you know, like on one leg kicking anyone, certainly. You're not going to be able to do really many creative poses without him being very top heavy. And even though I do have him standing like so, see, it's difficult. I don't really trust this. Like, I wouldn't want to put this on my shelf this way. So, he's standing, but I'd be a little scared. So, I definitely recommend the stand. Now, let's take a look at it. Here is the bottom of the stand, and it says Batman Turnarounds, Batman Adventures of Batman, and it has front, side, and back views of Batman. Back just says DC Comics, etc. So this is the base of the stand, and you have a little plastic piece that plugs into the back. And it's flat on one side, so just to make sure you plug it in the right way. And then the top here, you have one of these little body hook thingies. So you open that up, and I guess for Batman, just slide his cape over it. Slide this over here. There we go. Slide the holder down quite a bit, and then just slide it back up. Quite frankly, I don't think you really need this, like, holder part. You could probably actually... It feels like if you take this off and then just kind of stick him on the stand, slide it up inside the cape, that's definitely enough support if you're able to get the pose you want this way. If you want him to do some kind of like flight pose or something, you will need the holder thingy probably. And that's my terminology for you. So yeah, you also get this little booklet. I don't know what's in here. I haven't opened it yet, but it's, let's see. Okay, so on one side you have Batman the Animated Series, and the next side you have New Batman Adventures. And then on the reverse side it shows, oh, the waves. So, okay. So I guess the next couple figures coming out are Two-Face and Mr. Freeze. They're going in order, so, I mean, this paper goes in order, so, oh, okay, I see. I think it's, each color background is a different wave, so I'm thinking the first wave is Batman, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, next wave is Catwoman, the Joker, Dick Grayson, Robin, and Man-Bat, and then Poison Ivy, Killer Croc and Baby Doll, and Tim Drake, Robin, and Creeper are the next wave, and then Harley Quinn's kind of by herself. I don't know what deal is with that, but that looks, these just all look so cool. And Todd's the big animated series fan, so he's collecting this wave and this series rather, and I'll be doing the reviews or whatever. But he opened this figure up and he was like, oh no, I have to collect this whole series. And I was like, so what? And he's like, that's a lot of money. There's a lot of them. And I was like, yeah, but you know, you really like these. So expect more reviews of these in the future. And I see that I'm already 12 minutes in. I'm so sorry, guys, but this guy has tons of accessories and details and stuff, so I just really... I'm rambling, I know, and it's my first time back. I'm out of practice. So here we go. Let's take a look at the hands. So right now he's got two fists. That's all he's got on himself right now. He also comes with a set of kind of open hands. See that? He comes with, I suppose this is for a Batarang. It's kind of got like the one finger ready to hold it and throw it. There's some like plastic. It looks like this one is like melting away. I don't know what that is about. Or there's plastic on it? Oh, okay. That's really weird. There's like some plastic goo on this. Okay, that's better. Anyway, so that's another set. Then we have some... Oh, wait a minute. No, this one matched. Okay, well, there's a variety of hands, as you can see. These are some more open hands, but different kinds. It's crazy, there's so many. This one is the hand, this is a hand that's molded holding the grapnel thingy. Todd says it's not a grappling hook because it doesn't have a hook, so I'm sorry. Don't know, I think he said grapnel. So this one's molded holding it. Now, what's cool about these things is they actually come apart. So the piece that you'd shoot, I guess, comes out and plugs right back in. So I guess you could actually pose it a little out too if you want. Make it look like it's like mid-shot. And then you have another one that's just like by itself, that's not in a hand, that you could probably fit in a hand, or you could, you know, put it on the side and make it look like it has it like in his arsenal. This also comes apart. And you have one Batarang, which is, I mean, maybe ever so slightly disappointing that they didn't give more than one Batarang, considering all the hands and everything that he has to hold them. But it's just a very skinny Batarang. So let's try taking one of his hands out. And hopefully this is a little easier than the... I'm going to take off the stand here. A little easier than the head. Oh, it is. Be careful. So right hand, Batarang, right hand, Batarang. I'm thinking this is the Batarang hand. So pop that in, twist it around a little bit, there we go, and give him a Batarang. or this way, I guess. There is little plastic stuff all over all of these, like, things, and it's like sticking to my hands. I don't know what is up with that. But anyway, so there you go. Swapped out his hand, gave him a batarang. Now, in this cape, he can't really reel his arm back. Oh, you can get it a little bit back. You know, this would work better with the other cape, perhaps, but there you go. Kind of get him to look like he's gonna throw the batarang and make him look a little actiony. So there you go. So that's pretty much all the accessories. We got the stand, we got the hands. So very, very cool. And at this price point, at the same price point as the other DC Collectibles figures, I think this is $20 or $20 to $23 depending where you buy it. You know, I feel like you're getting a lot more than you would with a regular, DC Collectibles figure these days, which is really cool. But let's take a look at him up close. I usually do this first, but let's take a good look at his actual details, which, considering he is a TV, like an animated series style figure, his details are actually not crazy. He's got very stylistic looks. So this is the head sculpt here. Looks very much like an animated Batman to me. And then the bat on his chest is sculpted, which is very cool. The paint is a little messy because it kind of goes over the edges of the bat symbol, especially on this side right here. This side's very clean, and then this one, it just looks like it shifted, like it's a little missing from there, and then underneath it goes down here like there's like a border, and it's kind of ugly. But I don't know, so I'd recommend just checking out your bat symbols when you're buying these if you're not ordering them online. And he's got this sculpted line of the chest. Obviously this is the cape you have here. Belt is very simple, and it's a very dull, like, goldish beige color. It's got pockets all the way around. It's actually rubber. It does not come off. I'm just checking down here, sorry about that. But it is a rubber belt, but it goes between the waist swivel, so it doesn't really it's not meant to come off. And the trunks are just painted. A little messy, but what are you gonna do? Paint it on. The gloves look really cool. The spikes that are coming off the side of the gloves look really cool, and they go all the way up the arms. And then the boots are also sculpted here, up at the top, all the way around, and he's got his tiny little feet. So, excuse me. So the overall look of this figure is, I think, really good. I personally have not, I'm not a huge animated series buff, so I'm not the one to, like, ask if it's, like, super accurate or anything. I just think it looks really cool, and I think it's really awesome that they're making this line at a 6-inch, scale at all. If you're looking for, like, super, animated series buff dude, go check out Rob's Rogues. I'm not sure if he'll be getting the Batman, but I know he's getting the Robins. I'm assuming both Robins. So whenever they come out, he'll be reviewing those, and I'm sure he'll have plenty of great comparisons to make to, like, the older animated figures and everything. So definitely check his reviews out when they hit. In the meantime, I'm just giving my little opinion here. So let's hit articulation, which there's a lot of, and I hope I get all of it. I believe it was 20-something points. So the head isn't really meant to go up and down like this, but when I took it out of the package, it didn't at all. Because when you do this, there's a gap in the, like, if you look at the back, there's a gap there. It's from when I took it off and plugged it back in, plug it back in all the way. There we go. So it's supposed to be flush. And when you do that, it doesn't really go up and down. So, I mean, there's a little bit of knowledge for you. If you want to make his head go up and down, just pop it out a little bit, and you'll have a little gap, but from the front you don't notice. Otherwise, it just goes side to side, and so you can kind of force it down when it goes side to side, up a little bit. The shoulders, like I said earlier, they do go up and around. Now that I have this cape on, I can't show you that really, but you can see that it kind of goes up quite a bit still. And then you have elbows that go 90 degrees, just about, well, not 90 degrees, but just about. And they have a swivel. You have, let's see, is there a glove swivel? I don't think there's a glove swivel because of the elbow swivel, which is fine. That's right, there's no glove swivel, but there is the wrist pivot and hinge, which is really cool, and that's on all the hands. So just be careful with the hands, be gentle, they have moving parts. No waist articulation or anything, as you can see, but he does have, no ab articulation, but he does have a waist twist. And as you can see here, he obviously does have some kind of articulation because he's got the peg holes, which I have no idea why they didn't just fill these, because, you know, they filled the elbow holes completely, which looks awesome, but they just decided to leave these open. I feel it's kind of just like an homage to like older figures, but I don't know. But you can see they are T-jointed, so Batman can do the splits. What? Check that out. And then they will go, they will go forward about there, and back about there. He has knee joints. It just go a little, that's, you know, maybe 75 degrees. Yeah. He does have a boot swivel. And he has ankle pivots that go like this. And what? Oh my god, wait. I think he has, oh my god. He has Hasbro-style rockers. Dude! That's incredible. Look at this. Holy cow. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit in awe that DC Collectibles actually did Hasbro-style ankle rockers. They are the best for posing. They're a little bit, they're not quite as, like, smooth and mobile, but they are definitely the same kind of rocker. Wow. And of all figures to put it on, one that can definitely just not be doing these kinds of crazy foot poses. I don't get it. But it's a step in the right direction. Maybe they'll start putting it on other figures. Okay, so almost 23 minutes in, and I think I have just about wrapped this guy up. I really, really like this figure. I can't wait for Todd to pick up the rest of the series and, like, review them for you guys and see where they go with them. I think it's so cool that DC Collectibles is doing these kind of, like, stylistic waves, series, whatever they are, for, like, I mean, like, I love that they're doing, like, they're doing this series, sorry, bumping the camera. They're doing this series, they're doing, like, the designer series are cool, too. Like, the Capullo figures were fun, and the upcoming Jay Lee Batman Superman figures look awesome. So, oh, one more thing, sorry. Just a comparison of size, because this is supposed to be 6-inch scale. It is going to be slightly smaller than other DC Collectibles figures. Now, I don't, okay, hold on one second. So I'm grabbing my Capullo Batman because I don't have like any other DC Direct Batman. Todd is like the collector of the Batman figures, so he has a bunch of them, but I do not. So I'll show you this one. Now I know the Capullo series is actually kind of larger than a typical DC Direct, but just so you can get an idea of like what, you know, what I have, and he's dusty. So this is the Capullo Batman with the animated series Batman, and you can see clearly 6-inch scale, 7-inch scale, maybe 7 1/4 and a half, and this is maybe 5 3/4 or so. So that's the Capullo series Batman. I have the let's see, I have the Red Hood and the Outlaws Red Hood here, which is maybe more of an accurate 7-inch DC Direct scale. So there you go. You see he's a bit smaller, but still slightly taller than this guy. So this animated series, I think, is a true 6-inch scale. Now I have a DCUC, which are 6-inch. Adam. He's just handy. And this is almost, you know, almost in scale. So I'd say that these animated series figures are probably like, that's like 5 3/4 scale, if you want to get like super technical. So, not that you're going to be mixing these in with other figures anyway, I don't think. This is kind of a series unto itself that really, I think, belongs together. So, you know, whether you want to collect just Batman and Robin or Batman and a villain, you know, but I think that this guy deserves to be with figures from this line. And I'm just going to pull out a ruler while I'm here. To the tops of his ears, he's 6 inches. So, you know, a little bit less than that, really, by scale, because I don't really count the ears. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this series. I hope that the rest of the figures are in scale. I hope Robin's are, you know, much shorter. I hope maybe, you know, Mr. Freeze is bigger. I'm just, you know, it's really exciting that they're doing these kinds of series. And, you know, some things, like, I feel like they kind of jump around a lot. They're doing a lot at once, and you know, like they still haven't finished the Teen Titans wave. Like, okay, we've gotten four of the Teen Titans from the New 52. Where's Bunker? Hello. I know there's others, but, you know, I mean, they haven't finished, like, Justice League Dark. They kind of jumped around the Justice League a lot and the villains a lot. And this series, they're just starting, but it looks like they're going to go right on track. They're going to release, boom, 3 to 4 figures per wave, you know, on and on. They've got it all planned out. So, and it's so weird to see all the sorts of things they do with articulation from series to series, like how they handle. Some have no articulation, some have tons, some have good tons, bad tons. So, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling now. So this has been my review of, what am I reviewing? The DC Collectibles is it New Batman Adventures, or like New Adventures of Batman? I'm sorry, Rob. Batman figure. And if you couldn't tell, I definitely recommend him. I hope you guys can find him if you're looking for him. We got ours in a mock time, as I said, which you can order online if you are, you know, if you're looking for it. Yeah, so I do have other reviews coming, I swear, and I will be doing my Q&A shortly. If anybody still wants to ask questions, feel free. And yeah, I'm sorry this was so long. You can kill me. You can, like, fast forward through like half of it. I'm sorry. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next review. Bye.